Hello, fellas. My name is ArchieOGrady. Welcome to the stream. And it's another Crimecraft stream for today. And we're doing some big things. And I do mean big things today. I have actual plans. And like always, these plans were formulated like 5 minutes before the stream started, which is, it's the norm at this point. So don't get mad at me. Just get mad at the system, society, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, I don't know if you can tell by the title of this stream and the notification for going live and the tweet I sent out, but I'm hunting elephants. Oh, there you are. Thank you, Karma. Thank you for rating. I really appreciate it. Here, go check this out. That's everywhere I exist on the internet. Everybody go follow the... Oh, why don't I have the shout out function? I gotta put that on my deck. Drat. One person raid. Welcome. I'm glad you're here anyways. The less the merrier. You know, that's what they always say. No, I'm kidding. Welcome, Karma. Appreciate it. Yeah, I'm just gonna cut the chit chat, cut the jibber jabber, if you will. I'm gonna go straight into Crimecraft. And I'll show you what I've been up to as of late. I gotta warn you though, it's pretty cool, so might be a little intimidated. Boom, bada bing, bada boom, there we are. Welcome. Welcome all. Welcome one, welcome all. How am I looking? Yeah, that's what I want. Oh yeah, I also added a new button to my stream deck. You wanna check it out? You wanna see this? Watch this. Boom! I can activate Scott the Woz mode. It's for those very specific moments where I want to be Scott the Woz. I can just turn on Woz mode and it's very good. But yes, this is there's some new stuff. There's been some new stuff that have added. Here, let me. Oh, I died. That's really funny. Let me turn this down a smidge, just for me. No, it's fine. That's fine right where it is. Alright, let me give you the grand tour, because I've added some new stuff since I last went live on the Crimecraft server. You might notice, the armor stand's empty. I usually always have my enchanted, beautifully enchanted diamond armor hanging up on this stand, but I don't, because I've found that no matter whether or not I go outside the safe zone, I need to bring my armor with me, because, well, you know, I'll show you later. You'll see, because of reasons I'll show you later. I need my armor on me at all times. But also, what's this thing, huh? What's this? Oh, I'm just kidding. I'm not concerned and confused by this. I know what this is. I put it there. I stole it from Beef Man. By that, I mean he gave it to me. And I was wondering, when I went over to Beef Man's house, I was wondering what that was. Because he had two of them. And they were very cool. And he had two of them. But let me show you what this does. I'll just take, like... Here, let's take 14 stone blocks. And oh, la-di-da-di-da, here I am walking through this house, nothing going on with 14 stone in my hand. Bang! Instant smelt. Oh, I love that block. It's so cool. So this entire 3x3 grid of furnaces that I have, yeah, it means nothing. Because this is just, oh, all in one, baby. It also cooks meat. That's how I cooked this steak earlier. It's really useful. I don't know how I lived without it before. Oh, there's some bread, just in case. All right. What else? Oh, yeah. You were listening to O'Grady FM. Requests welcome. Yesterday, I was just chilling here. And I was like, man, Emma May's streaming. Emma and Blue Spring are both online. I feel like I should be doing something. But there was nothing in their stream that required my being there. You know, they were already like 500 blocks out of the safe zone. I don't know which direction they went. So I was like, well, when they come back, I'll just have a little surprise for them. So I activated my stereo mix as a microphone. I just started playing music through it. In an effort to, of course, get Emma DMCA'd. That was the goal. It's a lie. Bold-faced lie, if you will. Oh wait, it's right. Beef Man left all of his stuff just in my home, which, I mean, since it's been nearly 24 hours since he's left it here, I think that means I have a right to claim it. I'm pretty sure that's what it means. So I guess this is all mine now. The bloody bone axe, the bloody projectile. This is by far the funniest item. Oh, I wish I could wait. Okay, maybe if there's a mob in the mob farm, I can show you what this does. Here, all right. We'll just put on my magic pants for a second, just so I don't freaking die. Oh. I'll show you what this does. Here. Just wait for a new one to spawn. Bang! Oh, it didn't work. Why didn't that work? Wait for a new one to spawn then. Come on. Bang! I missed. Okay. It doesn't work if you miss. I'm finding that out. All right. It just doesn't work, period. Okay, cool. Well, that was really anticlimactic. What it's supposed to do is it freezes whoever it hits in place. And I got hit with it a few times yesterday. It was not fun. Couldn't move. You know, couldn't use your WASDs to move around. And you also couldn't just look. You couldn't look in any direction. It would just lock your vision. So that's pretty fun, pretty annoying as well. But, oh, right. I have to make my goals for today. I made this double chest for reasons you might see. All right, it's like we're playing the lottery. Okay, that's a new Meridian one. Let's just pick a random image at random, and we'll see what it is. Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah, that's very good. I'll put this back for now. I do have 2 item frames on me, so I might actually be able to do more with that later. But for now, let's just... Oh, let's sleep. Let's sleep, first of all. I don't want to work at night. What am I, a night shift worker? And I have my magic pants on still. Dang it. Beautiful image, it really is. I wish I had a couple more item frames. But let me show you what I've been doing for the past couple of... for the past hour, I guess. Yeah, it's been a full hour that I've been doing this. I've been going around the server. And last night, I had an excellent experience with my good buddy Beefman. We were just going around killing as many cows as we could. And, well, we found that there was a shortage of cows. So the amount of cows that we could kill wasn't a lot. So I've been breeding cows like a madman for the past hour. So all these, there was like maybe 5 when I started. So I bred all of these guys. I also bred all of the cows in Beefman's base. And I also bred all of the cows in Blue Eat House in their basement. So there is now, where once there were few, there are now a metric crap ton of cows in the safe zone. Suck it. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And oh, Archie, why would you care about how many cows there are? Are you concerned about, you want to eat steak? You're going on a red meat diet? No, idiot, shut up. What actually I'm doing it for is the leather. Because I need to provide for Hugh's Image Emporium. And, you know, you might say, oh, you spelled Emporium wrong. And for that, I would say, no, Beefman spelled Emporium wrong. And to that, I would say, no, he didn't just make a cute little typo. He did that on purpose so that it would be more alliterative. So it wouldn't be Image Emporium. It would be Image Emporium. It was intentional. And that's Hugh. This is Hugh right here. Beefman drew him, and I think that is very cool. He is just smoking a fat dart, and I love to see it. This is the Image Emporium. Goodness, this is what I was doing all of last night, just spawning all of these. You know what? Let's take a tour. Let me take you on a guided tour of all of these images, because I know you want that. I know you want to see. All right, let's go from left to right. Because we're American in this house. Imagine 2 onions. Heck, imagine 3 onions. That's a pretty good one. Love is in the air. Wrong. Completely unintelligible. Most of these, the text on these is completely unintelligible. And I think that makes it so much funnier. Like this, that's nothing. I think that's definitely Jay Schlatt as a young man. I think so. It kind of looks like him. I don't know. But all of the text on this is completely unintelligible. You can tell this is Peter Griffin and Freddy Fazbear in Lost, though. You can tell that, right? But Lurk, I got to start preparing to leave for college. 07. Well, it's 07 to YouTube, Karma. Thank you for lurking. I appreciate that. I'm just going to keep going on this guided tour of all the wonderful pieces of art that Beefman and I created. Next up, Eggman. Does this mean AutoZone is closed? Ready or not, Iraq. Here comes Chris. I like that one. That's a pretty good one. I like the. It's a nice looking cake too. You used to call me on my cell phone with the Subway sandwich. That's a Beef Man liked that one. He was a fan. Important photo. This one is probably the most important one out of this entire gallery. I'll be honest with you. The ops watching me eat all my fruits and veggies and getting big and strong. And then there's a image of a, oh, looks like there's a little TikTok. I think so. I think that's a TikTok watermark. Even through all the pixelization, I can tell. Photobomb level, legendary. And it's just Patrick and SpongeBob. Nobody else. Nobody else. And everyone is wearing their clothes in this image. Let There Be Ants. Awesome, thank. That's pretty good. Silly Bird spotted in hell. Awesome. Yo, JFK. Beefman said this was like an inside joke, so I didn't get this one as much, but it's still pretty funny out of context. Is she supposed to look like that? That's a baby in an ultrasound, and I don't know if she's supposed to look like that. You may be thinking, oh, Jeebs, oh, I can read it less if I zoom in on it. Somebody help. That guy is drowning. Fear not, he uses his gills to breathe underwater. I think that says a lot about the absolute. I think this says a lot about the McCarthyism in 1970s America. Riding off of the Red Scare in the 60s. I think this says a lot about it and about how communism has affected the West overall. Moving on. Peter Griffin yellow Simpsons mode TikTok, and then this. I thought this was a tank that was about to bulldoze a family of stick figure people, but I was then informed this is actually Hello Kitty, which I think is less funny. I thought it would be pretty cool if that was a tank. Then this is, what do you think you'd like for dinner tonight? I know you can't read that as well, but I remember what the original image said, so that's what it says. And then there's a goofy little guy, a little skeleton there. I like that one. Beef like that one too. Watch me eat this family. That's another good one. Beer. Homer Simpson and Baki. Hello. That's the only word I can read. There's also understandable. You reap what you sow. I read that one. Real, recognize real, Optimus Prime, and Jesus Christ. These are both two of my biggest idols in this world. Now that's the truth. That's the I like this image a lot. This and 2 dozen beers is a good one too. And then this, just a boomer meme, but it's funny because you can't read it. His ass is playing the piano and it's got those little annotations. And then at the very end, we just took a selfie. Beef and I took a selfie, and you can tell that it's Beef and I because of the way we are. We're very visible. You can tell it's us. You can see. So that is the Monkey Mayhem Art Gallery, or Hughes Image Emporium, as it were. So that's what's new. That's like the only thing that's new. And that's what I was using most of my time last night for, which is pretty great. But now we have to actually come up with tasks. I have the perfect one. Here, first of all, let me just do this. And now let's write ourselves a to-do list. Nope, we're not going to turn on WAS mode. Oh, build pier. I forgot I had that idea. Maybe we'll still do that. But we'll do that after we acquire. Oops. Acquire. How do you spell acquire? It is within a C. Yeah, acquire acacia blossoms. That's okay. Don't worry. I'll fix the size. Then acquire elephant. Now, you might be saying, ArchieOGrady, why do you care so much about getting an elephant? Don't you already have an elephant? And while I may say that is a good point, and more power to you for noticing that, I want an actual elephant. Because you're wrong. He's not an elephant. He's just a gorilla that is named Elephant. Do I have bananas on me? I do. Good. We can go feed my buddy Elephant. who's not an actual elephant. He's a gorilla. Look at him being a gorilla. He likes this corner. He really likes this corner for some reason. I always see him hanging out in it. What are you so interested in? Is there something down there? Here, you know what? I'll go check it out for you, elephant. Don't worry, bud. I got this one. This isn't good. What is this? Thank you for bringing this to my attention, elephant. You know how easy it'd be for zombies to get in there? What is wrong with society these days? Unbelievable. All right, well, let's just head down there. And we'll patch up this grave, and then... Not grave, sorry. That was a little teaser of what's to come. By patch up this grave, I mean we're gonna desecrate a grave. Yeah, I'm not too enthused about that one either, but it's... You'll see why in a second. It's kind of a necessary evil that we have to do. But, yeah, here, let's just patch this one up real quick. Don't want any zombies getting through, especially now that they're, like, super buff. They've been pumping iron, man. They have been hitting the gym. Here lies Gorilla, a friend. A friend he was, and a friend he is. But unfortunately, we have to desecrate his grave. Oh, right, I forgot. His grave goes right into, my farm. Yep. There's the acacia blossom. We'll leave the sand, because we don't need that. But, thank you. Thank you for lending me your power, Gorilla number 1. Your son will be awesome. Gorilla Jr. will be awesome. I promise you that. Thank you. Thank you, bud. Now let's put on our big boy shoes and pants and everything else. And we'll head out. There. Alright. And I've got my Shovel Knight hat on, so you know I'm serious. You know I'm serious about going to war. I'm going to war with France. Oh, once it goes to... It looks like it's fixing to turn to night. We're gonna fix that in just 1 second. But, yeah. So, the reason I had to get that acacia blossom from Gorilla number 1's grave, which, again, not enthused about. I'm kind of sad that I had to do that. But it's because acacia blossoms, I don't know where any others are, and I need them because that's what you use to tame elephants. And if I'm not going to tame an elephant, then how am I going to get it home? Speaking of how am I going to get it home, I need to grab a lead. That'd be smart, wouldn't it? Because that's going to be like half the stream. If I do find one, that's going to take forever. There, I got a lead. I have blocks. I think I have enough blocks. Okay, good. Good. That'll do. Hopefully, it's probably... I'll be honest, it'll probably take more than 1 acacia blossom. So if we see some acacia trees along the way, just yell at your TV screen like you're Dora the Explorer and let me know that you see them. Because I need acacia. Speaking of... Well, let's just start here. What better way to get acacia than from acacia trees? Or acacia blossoms from acacia trees? Is that all of them? Really? Oh, there's another one. But that's all of them. Okay. I don't think the leaves are going to deteriorate on their own because they need to be out of contact with any wood, not just the wood of their choice. Guys, I've been making big plans. And, oh, big plans regarding what? Well, if you'd be patient, I would tell you. So just learn that lesson, okay? It's a virtue. So, I've been making big plans regarding Crimecraft Season 4. Which, I know, it's a little ways off. You know, we haven't even hit December yet. We're not even at the December to Remember sales event in the timeline of this server. But the reason I say I'm saving this till 4, my big plans have to wait till 4, is because it's just going to take so long. And it's just... The format that Finsoli has planned for Season 4 is it's a lot different. He's told me it's experimental. So I'm going to try and roll with that experiment in order to form this new sort of plan that I have and put it into action. And I'll just tell you what it is, because it's going to be a while. I don't know if Finsoli said like publicly when the next season of Crimecraft is going to be, but it's I hate to tell you, Crimecraft enjoyers, it's going to be a minute. First of all, we have to end this season, and then even after that, it's gonna be a minute. So, yeah, sorry about that. Sorry to bash your hopes and dreams in the face like that, but it's true. You just needed to hear it from me. So, my plan, basically, is what better way to reunite with some old friends from Crimecraft and maybe some new friends. We don't know who will be joining this new season. We have no idea yet. But what better way to interact with some people that I might know, might not know, and to also commit crimes simultaneously than by forming the Mafia? What do you think of that? What do you think of that? Because like with this server, I formed the Postal Service because it was going to force people to talk to me. It was going to force people to be in my service. And it has been great. I've created a network of people. I've installed several mailboxes. I've got a mail list. And, I've formed a few bonds thanks to the mail service. And that has served me well for the time being. But it's not criminal enough. Obviously, I read everyone's mail. Obviously, it's a federal crime, but how are they going to enforce that, right? Like, get real. Get real, United States Postal Service. How are you going to enforce not reading the mail? Pshaw, dude. You're not. That's my point. So, obviously, I've been reading everyone's mail. But that's not criminal enough. I need to bring harm to people, okay? And especially with this, I don't know how much Finsoli is disclosing to the public, but I've been disclosed with quite a bit of what the plan is. But let's just say they're planning on using like a newer format. I didn't get a single acacia blossom from that. That sucks. That really sucks. Call it a Hoover the way it sucks. All right. Well, that's fine. We'll just go out and find we'll keep talking while we find a savanna biome then. I don't know if there is one, but hopefully there is. The alternative to finding a savanna biome, because that's where they mainly spawn, elephants do. The alternative is having a wandering trader show up with another elephant, like the way that one did on day 1. But the thing is, I have not seen another wandering trader since. Like, honestly, maybe they just like, maybe they learned. Maybe they were like, okay, well, clearly this area is off limits because one of our best traders of the Traders Guild was brutally slaughtered, as was their elephant, which was then misidentified as a gorilla. So we're not sending any more agents to that location, which I think is, I get it, you want to protect your workers or whatever, but also quit being such a... Okay, hang on a second. Alright, anyways. What was I saying? Oh yeah, quit being such a wuss and just send more guys, because I need more guys. Okay? Okay. There. I also need flowers. I was looking for black dye the other day. Turns out nobody on this entire server has black dye. They just haven't been killing squids, I guess. I wish there was an easier way to get black dye. I really do. I forgot about that. Gordius made a parkour course. Just in creative mode. They went into creative for some reason. I don't know why. Seems kind of silly, I won't lie to you. I will not tell a lie. But, what is this? Oh, is this a bunker? There's a lore bunker? Yeah, it is. The one that I desecrated trying to find a basement for. Yeah. Well, alright. What was I talking about? I cannot remember. I literally cannot. I guess I can keep talking about, Crimecraft 4. Yeah, anyways. Oh, right, I was talking about, elephants, yes, and wandering traders. There's not been a single wandering trader since that first one. And I wonder what the actual game reason is, like the in-game reason, in the coding, in the whatever. But I'm deciding that the real canon lore reason is that the Traders Association, the Traders Guild, whatever you want to call it, they were just like, Well, we sent this guy and he got brutally slaughtered, so we're just not gonna send any more guys, which I think is kind of disrespectful. You know, you were just being quirky when we killed that guy. Can a guy just get a little quirky in 2023? Or is that not allowed all of a sudden? Caught myself like a pro there. Won't catch me taking fall damage. I am too dang awesome. See, I did it again. I was sweating for a second there, but shouldn't have been, because I did it again. Alright. Won't catch me taking fall damage. No siree. See, look at that. Full health bar. You saw nothing. You saw nothing. If you saw something that you didn't, you're delusional. You're insane. Everyone knows it. Bread. Alright. Let's just keep... I'm not gonna break as many leaves as I did last time. I'm just gonna let them naturally deteriorate. Okay, I think that's all of them. Is it? Yes. Alright, give me those dang thingies. What are they called? Acacia blossoms. Give me some blossoms. Yeah. Oh wait, no, it's connected to this. I got some more work to do then. Hello. Anyways, yeah. I just had a pining to build for some reason yesterday. So what I was doing, I was in a creative sketchbook world, and maybe I'll show this to you in a second if we, not in a second. If we complete the goals of the stream, I'll show it to you. But I have been building a very creative little pun, I think. I don't know. I think it's kind of funny. You know Little Italy? No, Mafia. There's a massive association with Italy and New York and Little Italy with the whole idea of the Mafia. So I just decided to make that real. I looked at where Little Italy was on a map, which was on like it was on like at 8th and 4th, I think, was the street. And I just built an exact replica of Little Italy at 8th and 4th. And I made it small. It's just a tiny little model of Little Italy. So it was, you know, it was a little Italy, you know. So I think that was kind of funny. And then, at first I was just doing that as a little funny little bit because I wanted to see how I could, you know, miniaturize an entire corner or an entire intersection of a city. But then I just started turning it into a base. And I think that's what my Crimecraft 4's base is going to be. Or at least my place of business. I plan to build a deli on top of it. And the Little Italy itself is going to be underground. But yeah, I'm just going to build a deli. And I'm going to work with that. That sounds good to me. And it's turning to be night. And I don't have a bed. That was an oversight on my part. My bee, guys. Sorry. What is the chance of an acacia blossom spawning again? Rarely drop. Rarely. Yes, that's helpful. I don't know if you could tell, but that was sarcasm. It seems like a lot of people these days, maybe I'm just being too clean with it. Seems like a lot of people I've spoken to recently, especially in Crimecraft, they're not going off scot-free in this server. Don't understand sarcasm and the basic concept of it. Maybe I'm insane, I don't know. It's entirely possible. What does a savanna biome even look like? This is apparently a forest. Does it have to be like an actual savanna biome untouched by the city? Or can it be what the city deigns? I didn't even see that guy. Did not see him. I had my cords on screen. Wombo combo! And by combo, I mean hitting you with my sword and then my shield. See, it's called a combo because it does more than one thing. Think big. Big ribbon. What does this look like? Ah, it looks like a big ribbon, I see. Oh yeah, that's what Hatsune Gordku had. What's this? Explorer. Oh my gosh. I'm exactly like Monkey D. Luffy from the hit show Unpaz. I know everyone was talking about it, but I think it was pretty funny that the Luffy balloon deflated. Monkey deflated, am I right, fellas? Monkey deflated. That's a joke that's never been made before. And then I logged onto Twitter and I started seeing people having actual power scaling discussions because of it. Like, see, this is why he couldn't beat Goku. He couldn't even beat a tree. That is a balloon. Made out of, like, canvas. What are balloons made out of these days? I don't know. It's not rubber. You can't have a balloon that big and have it be made of rubber. I highly doubt that. But what else would it be made of? What are balloons made of these days? What do the kids do? What are the kids' balloon formulas like? Let me put on my Rocky Roller chest plate. I think that'll make this go a whole lot quicker. Oh, Savannah! Savannah biome! Hello, gentlemen. How are we doing today? I never finished my thought. That's the thing I do a lot on stream. That's the thing it's been hardest for me to amend. I'll have a thought, and I'll expand on it a little bit, then I'll get distracted by something that happens in the game, and I never come back to it. Let me come back to it right now. The reason I wanted to have the Mafia as my Crimecraft 4 thing was, one, because I think that'd be pretty funny, and two, because I think the skins would be cool. I already made myself a skin. I made myself a Mafia-style shirt skin. You know, Sopranos. I took some notes from The Sopranos, which is obviously real, and all of it happened. That's a documentary, don't you know? The Sopranos is all real, and it happened. Not an ounce of it is fiction. There's your new fun fact for you. They changed the names of some of the characters, but they just made them like anagrams. So, you know, Sil, his name was Lise. They just made his name backwards. Kind of lazy screenwriting, if you ask me, but you know, I didn't write The Sopranos, so who am I to judge? They have the Emmy, I'm assuming. I'm assuming The Sopranos have an Emmy. Okay, we're getting really far east. I'm gonna head this way. So I've definitely been here before. In my search for books, I've definitely been to this exact spot before, on this exact building. And there's no savannas that I know of. So let's head, this is north, right? West. Interesting. I thought this was... Been heading south? I am completely discombobulated. I don't know what's up, what's down, I don't know nothing. I should have brought a boat so that I could... Oh wait, no, I have my fish boots. That's good, that's good. Well, I've been heading this way, so let's just keep heading this way. What happens if we cross the ocean? I wonder. I don't know that I've been this way before. Oh wait, no, east I have definitely been here. All the more reason to go again, I think. Because there were definitely some... The population of the city was definitely a lot less concentrated out. The further out I got, the less city there was. So we might just want to... Okay. Already I'm regretting this decision. We might just want to go along here. Is that that's a guardian? Yeah, we'll just go over here. Oh, wait. I don't think I can swim if I... Oh, thank goodness. I don't think I can swim if I run out of stamina. Let's just stand on here for a second. Get our bearings. I'm in the middle of ocean. I'm in the middle of ocean right now. Put on my magic boots. That's a good idea. Alright. Maybe if we just keep heading east. Or we could take the subway. That could work. It's probably smarter. You know what? Let's do that. Let's take the subway. Do I have Aqua Affinity? Do I? I do. I do have Aqua Affinity on this helmet. That's good. Alright. Hello, subway. Eat fresh. Am I right? Up top. Up top, everybody. Give me some. Give me something. Uh-oh. Oh, uh-oh. Uh-oh. Let's take a hard left here. Take it off. Get up, get up. Kimono, kimono. He was angry for a second, but now he's not, I don't think. Did he see my kimono and he just decided, ah, this guy's chill? Are Endermen undead? Most undead creatures become... Shoot. Oh, scheisse. Hi, bud. Hi. I'm just gonna keep slowly heading this way and not looking you in the eye. Oh, you're gonna come with me? That's fine. That's cool. Yeah, I'm chill with that. Hey. Heal. Oh, he's coming this way. I'm gonna let myself heal before I keep going that way. Should have brought a mine cart. I have one from my first adventure in the subway. To be fair though, I didn't know I was gonna go through the subway. How am I gonna get an elephant through the subway? Okay, whatever. I'm thinking about this too much. I do have my kimono on. Okay. Don't look anybody in the eye. Not just the Enderman. Don't look anybody in the eye. Spiders, they're okay. It said most undead creatures. I wonder what undead creatures aren't affected by the kimono. Because I can only think of 2. Or I guess drowned and strays are also, and husks are also undead. But I haven't seen a single husk. That's interesting. I haven't thought about that. Maybe I just haven't been in deserts as much. But I haven't seen any husks. Are creepers undead? I don't think they are. Yep, no, they're not. They're most certainly not undead creatures. Goodbye. Bye-bye. I have hostile creature sounds off. That's kind of silly. Because this is 5. This is 5 now that I'm dealing with. 5 whole creepers. Oh, man. 6. 7. Stop it. Just stop. Oh, my word. Lordy. Get me out of here. Get me out of here. They follow me still? Nah, he's just staring at me menacingly. I reckon he thinks he's gonna eat me. Why? What are creepers' deals, man? Huh? How do they function? I know there was like in every scholastic book fair, there was a whole like, oh, here's the anatomy of a creeper. Here's what it looks like. They have TNT in their bods, man. Isn't that so cool? No, it's not. That's stupid. I mean, I believe they have some kind of explosive, like maybe sac in their body. But how do they work in the ecosystem? Right? You might say, it's a video game, idiot. You're reading way too far into it. Shut your mouth. Killjoy. Anyways, how do they work in the ecosystem? It's like, I don't think they eat anything. Zombies, they eat flesh. That much is clear. That's like their whole deal. That makes sense. Skeletons, I'm assuming they're magic. They're enchanted somehow. Because, you know, obviously magic and enchantments exist in Minecraft. That's the whole enchantment table deal and the galactic alphabet and end stuff. That's cool. Ooh, has this been raided yet? Let's see. Hello. Will you attack me? Oh, you will. Okay. And also, yes, it has been raided because I see that. I do not appreciate that. Hey, why can't I hit you? Did you chill for just 1 second? Stop being alive. Thank you. You want to have fire aspect? I don't know what this sword's deal is. Hey guys, what's up? No, this hasn't been looted. Somebody just took from the chests and then didn't take any of the good stuff. What's the deal, man? All right, I'm gonna throw out some of this garbage. Ow. 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 I wish I had efficiency on this thing. I am so close to... How long was it? 10 more seconds? Jeez Louise. Guys, I don't know, but I think that witch was trying to kill me. I don't know. Something might suggest that to me. I don't know what, but I think they were trying to kill me. I might be crazy though. Crazy? No. I was never crazy. Sane? I was sane once. They locked me in a building. A brick building. Brick building with people in it. And they called it Senate. That's the token political joke of the stream, everybody. Laugh it up. Everybody clap. Everybody clap. Oh wait, that's right. I have my soundboard back, so I can do that. Wait, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. No, I didn't mean to turn that off. Oh, there's hitting another button. I can't just mix sounds anymore? That sucks. Alright, let's go outside. I see land. Okay, you can stop laughing now. Let me put on my magic shoes. My magic shoes. Oh, they really work well. When you know how to use them, you know how to use them. What can I say? Alright, let's hop on up. Put on my normal shoes now. Well, now we've crossed the entire ocean, so I'm hoping we find some uncharted territory. I'll be honest, probably most of this is all uncharted. I think everything outside of the safe zone is technically uncharted. Because I know MMA has maps. I know she's got maps of everything. Of just the safe zone. I don't know if she's got more than that. What? What is this? Hello, don't mind me. I'm just passing through. I won't be a bother. Oh, it's one of these fish tank things. Okay. Interesting. Alright, let's go back to the Rocky Roller chest plate. For today. Hello! Savannah, what do they even look like? They have... Okay, I think savannas do have acacia. I think that's one of their main defining traits. I don't know how far out the world border is, I just realized that, so... I don't know if I'm gonna get home this stream. I probably will. I'm probably just being dramatic, but I don't know. I might have to do that off camera. Or I could just, you know, start a new life for myself outside of the safe zone. Who knows? Honestly, not a bad idea. That could be interesting. And I could just build, like, maybe a nether portal, and then build a massive rail system towards the safe zone, so everyone could come visit me with ease. That's what I did. I do that. I like to do that on servers. It's a lot of work to build rail systems in the nether, but it's so easy once you have it done. On my own server with my buddies, my friends, I worked so hard on building a subway station on the roof of the nether that had so many different tunnels that led to different locations in the overworld. And it's one of my proudest accomplishments ever. And it's unfortunate because nobody plays on that server anymore, me included. It was kind of a high school thing. Nobody really does it anymore. We've all fallen out of contact. You know, the persistence of time and whatnot. Whatever you want to call it. Which is unfortunate. Time marches on, though. And so do we. I'm going to get that gold now. Because I love money. I love money, man, so much. I cannot stop talking about how much I love money. Oh, I don't love getting killed, though. That's less of what I like. Hello. What's in here? Gold. Golden apple. I don't need a pressure plate. I don't know why I grabbed it. None of that. Take this, though. There we go. All right. What's our loot look like so far? Let's organize this from most valuable to least valuable. Sick. I know exactly where all that gold's going to. That is an Ice G classic. He loves that stuff. My buddy Ice G. I introduced the Karma Legend to Ice G today. Can I stop sinking, please? I would like to stop sinking. There we go. That's the opposite of sinking. That's what I'm talking about. I introduced the Karma Legend to Ice G. I gave Karma the full tour of the server. And they really... I'm assuming it was good. I told them to leave a 5-star Yelp review. So I'll have to check the Yelp page of myself after that, just to make sure. Just to make sure they weren't conning me out of a good 5-star rating. Oh, hello. Wait, there's a house. There's a house. I need to see what's in there. Like, out of my soul, I need to see that. Hello. And I'm Rocky, and I'm Rolly, and I'm Rocky, and I'm Rolly. I hope there's nobody living here, because I might accidentally hit them with my body. Hello. Okay, this is different from the... Oh, the door's open, though. Anything? No, just a standard house. It scares me every time. I think it's a guy, but it's not a guy. It's just armor. Some nice farms going on. I'm going to take these carrots, you know? I don't know that there is a carrot farm in the safe zone. I'm not sure. But it seems like we need one because now there's pigs. MMA and Blue Spring just yesterday added pigs to their farm, which was pretty cool. I can't see myself using pigs much besides the end goal of, you know, feeding Ice G. So, you know, actually, I will probably use pigs a lot. So a carrot farm would be good. That would be good. I will bring this home. And we can have Thanksgiving. Just like how the natives taught the pilgrims to make corn out of their butts, we too will make carrots out of our butts. And that's science, baby. That's how it all happened. That's the history. Do, do, do. Do, do, do. I know... This is funny, because I said last time I thought about this, I said, hey, sometimes I talk about something on stream, and then I'll interrupt myself with something that's happening in the gameplay, and then I won't keep talking about it. And that happened the last time I said that, too. So let me finish my statement. You know what? I'm going to... Is that a savannah? I don't know what a savannah looks like. I'm going to finish my statement right here, right now. The reason I wanted to have the Mafia, besides it being awesome, and the shirts being cool, and the aesthetic being cool, and, you know, crime... Finsoli said that the format would allow for, like, active crime. Like, on the server. And I am not a big person on strip mining, and, you know, I don't have netherite yet, and this server's been running for, what, 2 months? Since September 3rd. I think that was day 1, so that's almost 3 months that this server's been running, and I don't have netherite. Blue Spring has netherite, MMA has netherite, Finsoli might, I'm not sure. Zweet has netherite. I do not. Which is a shame, because in past servers, I've loved to just acquire... It did! It got me again. It scares me every time. Stupid armor stand. Making me think it's a person. More carrots. More carrots for me, though. It's fine. At the end of the day, that's what matters the most, is the carrots. Oh, wait. The sun's going down. Maybe I can... Oh, bad idea. Wait, no. Good idea? No, bad idea. No, good idea. Because if I die out here, I'm going to have to go all the way out. Uh-oh. Well, at least my respawn point's set. You don't feel tired enough to sleep, though. I'm still not sure if that's... Hang on. I know I'm interrupting myself again, like I said I wouldn't do. But that's just because I realize I interrupted myself again. I need to get this statement out one way or the other. I wanted to make an alliance with several people on the server because I don't like strip mining and stuff like that. So I wanted to make an alliance where I could provide other sorts of services for members of the server whom I trust. So that would be, I plan to ask Beefman and Spontaneous. Those are the two I think of the most when I want to add them to my Mafia. As like the bosses, you know. I'll have other goons, and everyone else in the server, everyone else in the Mafia, rather, will be able to continue their own personal businesses and, you know, do whatever they want, as long as they are willing to contribute to, like, the community we'll build with the Mafia itself. And, you know, that includes not going after other members of the family. So, like, oh, wow, that's a lot of wreckage. So, like, if Finn said there might be tasks similar to, like, what Brian's doing with Secret Life, which I think is kind of cool. So if there were, like, a task to, oh, you have to go to ArchieOGrady and kill the guy. You have to kill ArchieOGrady. They wouldn't do it. because of the strong pact that we formed when we formed the Mafia and when we all got, you know, introduced, got, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, initiated. That's the word. When everyone gets initiated into the Mafia, they're going to, oh, there's babies. Kill babies. Kill babies. That's going to be rule number 1 of Mafia. Even though I don't think there's going to be zombies in the next season, kill babies will still be a big priority. So yes, I'm looking to recruit Beefman and Spontaneous and maybe one other member. I'm looking, because I know they're part of the archetype of, on a Minecraft SMP, of businessmen. And I've started a business endeavor with Beefman, and you know, I was thinking to myself, maybe I'll be a businessman in Crimecraft 4. But then I thought to myself, there can't be 3 businessmen. Because that's like, I mean, what's the point, you know? And even in this server alone, even though Beef and Spen have sort of not been on as much to attend to their own personal projects, like New Meridian and the nightclub, the Lion's Den, which I thought were both really cool concepts, they unfortunately didn't have the time to make them prosper, which is unfortunate. Not this time, you punk. I saw you. I was thinking about you when I walked in. I'm still not tired enough to sleep. Okay, that's cool. I'm not mad. I don't care. What direction am I heading? North. That's fine. All right, keep heading north. So, even though they weren't playing on the server as much, I'm like, okay, it still seems like there's just a couple of businessmen on here. And it feels like that archetype's been filled. And I can't be another businessman, because that'll just be oversaturating it, you know? So what I've done instead is I'm like, okay, how about we're just all businessmen working the way that businessmen work together, which is in a organized criminal organization. That's how business works, don't you know? I have friends who are, friends is a strong word. I have loose acquaintances who are business majors. I would never call myself friends with a business major. I respect myself too much for that. But I have loose acquaintances who are business majors, and they all told me, they gave me the inside scoop. They said, ArchieOGrady, my good loose acquaintance, I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. This is it. This is the one. Oh, it's cool. That's so cool. They said, ArchieOGrady, I'm gonna tell you something real quick, and you gotta promise me you're gonna tell nobody. And I crossed my fingers, I put them behind my back, and I said, okay, I agree. And they said, the way that business works, and the only thing that's like more difficult than filling in coloring books with crayons and building Legos, which is what business majors do all day, is being criminals. And I'm like, what do you mean? They said, well, here's what I mean. The IRS is the #1 enemy of all business majors, because business as a concept is criminal. All businesses, believe it or not, they're all intertwined and they all know each other from high school. I said, that can't be true. And they're like, shut your mouth. You're not a business major. I'm like, okay, thank goodness for that. So then they said, we all, you know, we kill people and we steal Pokemon cards from trucks. He said that, not me. His words, not mine. I'm too much of a Pokemon fan for that. We steal Pokemon cards from trucks, and we're in waste management, and we run laundromats, we run laser tag. I'm trying to think of as many fronts from popular media as I can. We run chicken restaurants, we run laundromats. Did I already say that? We run car washes. The works. I'm like, wow, I didn't know that's how business works. And he's like, yeah, you wouldn't, you idiot. And I took my bottle, which I was drinking Hennessy at the time, and I just bashed him over the head with it. And I killed him instantly. And I just said, that's business, baby. Is this Savannah? Hang on. Yes, Savannah biome. Oh, thank goodness. Hello. Is this the elephant's house? I would like to find you and bring you home. Wait, yellow carpet. I've been conditioned to think this means lore. Hello. Okay, no, it's just an empty house. Dang it, man. I've been psychologically conditioned to think yellow means lore, but I guess not. Here, let's put on my massive, awesome shirt. Let's look. Since I can't sleep, we're just gonna have to walk around here and find this elephant ourselves. Now, what are the spawn conditions of elephants besides just being in savannas? Let's shut the door. Let's read this. Let's read this wiki page. Elephants are neutral mobs that can be found in savanna biomes. They can also be found if a wandering trader spawns in a hot biome, as they will spawn riding an elephant. Okay. Elephants will spawn in herds. Each herd is led by a leader elephant. Elephants will fight back if a player attacks one and will attack by goring the victim with their tusks. Leaders can additionally charge at the target. If one elephant is attacked, the rest of the herd will come to its defense. That's awesome. They'll gore players with their tusks if they attack them. Now that is awesome. I'm almost out of food though, which is less awesome. There are monsters nearby. Lame. Super lame, actually. Put on my big boy pants. Hello, monsters. I would like to exterminate you. I mean, give you a friendly hug with my sword. Oh, I forgot to turn monster sounds on. Might be. That's probably why I didn't know that they were around. Here we go. Hey, buddy, are you gonna burn? Oh wait, no, zombies don't burn in daylight. That's part of the mod. I forgot about that. Well, all right. If they spawn in herds, they should be pretty easy to see if we do find one. So let's just do that then. Let's do that. Let's go look for some elephants. Anybody know what an elephant call sounds like? I don't know. I'm not gonna assume, because you know the rule of assume. It makes us both look like poopy heads. But the rule of assume says that I shouldn't just automatically assume that an elephant cry and an elephant call is them, you know, blaring their massive trunk horns. You know, what would that make me if I were to assume that? Racist. That's what it would be. Shocking plot twist. Racism happens for animals too. I'm actually pretty sure that's true. Aren't like albino animals like cast out or something? I know animals' deformities are like eaten at birth, which is unfortunate. So yes, racism and discrimination exists for animals too. Not just us humans. It's just kind of worse for us humans because instead of discriminating solely on disability, we discriminate upon like everything else. Like everything that defines a person, we will discriminate by that. So go humans. These poor mofos have nothing in any of their houses. How am I supposed to loot if they don't have anything? Lame. Boo. Oh, I was thinking about another funny image. I don't know. It'd probably sound kind of bigoted if I said it out of context. But it's this really funny image of a poorly drawn elephant and like a poorly drawn man. And the man is throwing rocks at the elephant and just yelling, gay. That's really funny. I really enjoy that image. Despite the negative social connotation that it might have. That if an elephant is gay, that's bad. You know, maybe the guy was from another culture where if you see an elephant and the elephant just so happens to be gay, you are morally obligated to throw rocks at it. Maybe he's a part of an elephant worshipping culture where elephants and a specific tribe and dialect and region of these elephants love eating rocks. And if they're gay, that means they're superior elephants and they lead the pack in everything else, or the herd, sorry. I gotta use my terminology correctly. So maybe it's actually quite an endearing comic. It's not it's not just like early, like late 2000s rage bait. Maybe it is just a genuinely nice and heartwarming comic to think about. Ever think about that? You need 500 or above IQ to understand this. Speaking of, I showed a part of this image on stream earlier, but one of the images that Beefman and I generated, this was one of Beef's, was an image of a horseshoe, and the caption in impact, yes. The caption in impact font was, "We should make horseshoes out of uranium because then the horses would get radiation poisoning." And I thought that was really, really funny. And I didn't just think it, I knew it. It was a fact. Fact of life. Fact number 1. Horses getting radiation poisoning is funny. I'm sorry to any horses watching this stream. Just know that you are loved and cherished. Gosh, there's no elephants anywhere. This is still a savanna. Yes, yes, savanna, yes. Give elephant now. Give elephant to me. Please. I came out all this way. It took me a full hour to get out here. Where are all the elephants? Okay, this is not a savanna anymore. So I guess just within these 2 points, here and over there where I was, that's just where the savanna is. Unless it extends elsewhere and I just don't know. I don't think it does though. Yeah, no, it ends there too. Maybe they're a rare spawn? I don't know. It says they spawn in savanna deserts and in hot biomes with a wandering trader. And this is where I am. So I can't think of anywhere else it would be. Let me read this page again. Yeah, if a wandering trader spawns in a hot biome, they will ride an elephant using a unique carpet and chest containing loot. Here, let's see. What about trivia? Elephant trivia. I'll read you some elephant trivia. That'll help while we're waiting. Here. Trivia. The elephant was added to celebrate the I guess added to Alex Mobs. The elephant was added to celebrate the 100,000 download milestone. Oh, that's cool. Equipping an elephant with a green carpet will give it a pair of shades. Ooh, I know what we have to do with this elephant. Okay, cool, cool. I'll keep that in mind. In version 1.13.1, elephants received a texture and model change to make them larger and give both variants some tusks. The original version was only 3 blocks tall, but now elephants are 4 blocks tall. That's good. If a player summons an elephant using the /summon command, it will have the white carpet equipped on them. I wonder why. And last one, elephants run away from bees because real life elephants are frightened by them. I see people say that all the time. They're like, oh, elephants are scared of bees? That's so stupid. How could something so big and strong be scared of something so small? Humans are scared of bees too, idiot. They hurt. They hurt when you sting you. You know that, right? I just think that people who say that have never been stung by a bee. That's my only. It's the only way I can like justify them saying that. That they've just never been stung. Because, you know, shout out to everyone who's ever been stung by a bee. They hurt. I don't know if you knew this, but they do. Most recent time I got stung by a bee. This year I was stung by a bee once. Which I think is the first time in like 9 years I've been stung by a bee, which is actually a pretty good record. I wonder what the longest time someone's gone without being stung by a bee. That's probably an actual Guinness record that exists. I'll Google that in a second. But I was pulling weeds and I was fixing to yank a little bush, a little dead little bush out of the ground. Turns out there was like a whole pit. There was a whole tiny little hole that had a bee's nest inside. Right where the base of the bush was. So I just yanked out that bush and I got stung on my foot. Like where my foot becomes my ankle. That's where I was stung. So that sucked. Especially because at first I was just like, there's like a thorn in my shoe. There's like a rock or something in my shoe, but no. I was stung by a bee. And I could tell because there started being a bunch of bees that just popped out right after. So that was fun. I'm glad we can talk about these things. You know, son. Your mother and I have been meaning to tell you. about your car's extended warranty. It's gone. We got rid of it. Sorry. My throat is so dry right now. I gotta take a swig of my Hennessy, sorry. Oh. Don't worry, guys. Don't worry, Mom. It's water. I've sworn off alcohol. I've probably told this story on stream before, but here is the story of why I swore off alcohol and why I intend to never drink it. Like many stories, this one begins and is sourced by spite. So, if you're a non-American, which apparently a good portion of my viewers are not American. So let me tell you, non-Americans watching this, a little something about American culture. In the 5th grade, which is when Americans are like 8 to 9 years old, I'm pretty sure, there is this program called the DARE program. And what the DARE program is, it's like Dare to Resist Drugs. And it was an acronym, D-A-R-E, it stood for something, I don't remember what it was. Obviously it had such a big impact on me because I can't remember what it stood for. But yeah, the DARE program was something that every 5th grader had to go through. And so obviously I had to go through it. So when we went through the whole DARE program, learned a lot about drugs and alcohol. Honestly, I learned more about drugs and alcohol in the DARE program than I did ever. And like, they told me I was going to get peer pressured to drink so much. They were like, people are going to be offering you heroin on the streets. They're going to come up to you. They're going to be like, hey, kid, want to buy a heroin cigarette? And you'd have to be like, no, Mr. Heroin Dealer, I dare to resist drugs. That, unfortunately, it's never happened to me yet. If it did happen, I'd most likely turn it down. Most likely. You know, there's always a chance. You can never say never. But anyways, it feels more like they were motivating me to try drugs than to not try drugs. Because if it's one of those things that if you don't say it, somebody's less likely to do it. So like, hey, whatever you do, don't push that button. Don't push that button. You'll be in real big trouble if you push that button. Don't do it no matter what. You're like, okay, fine. I will not push that button. The curiosity will eat you alive and you just have to push that button. You have to. So it's kind of like that. They're like, hey, don't do drugs. But if you do, don't do drugs. Here's every kind of drug. Here's what it does. Here's how you get it. Don't do them. Don't do them. Okay? Here's how to avoid them. Quote unquote. Here's how to avoid them. You're like, okay. I realize the way I'm phrasing this, it makes it sound like I'm like advocating doing drugs. Because it seems like I'm dissing the DARE program a lot, which I am. Because it wasn't great. It seems like it could have been avoided. I feel like my point is that people wouldn't do drugs if they hadn't been told not to do drugs. And if they wanted to do drugs, they were going to do it anyways, regardless of what a stupid little 5th grade program told them to do. Anyways, I got a little off track there about how much I dislike the DARE program. At the very end of the DARE program, what they had us do was they're like, you have to write an oath. And you have to write a specific, you have to swear to the DARE program and to all your peers that you were going to swear off of drugs and alcohol. And you have to come up with the wording yourself. Therein was their problem. That was their issue. That I had to write it myself and I had to come up with my own wording for it. So I came home and I was like, Mom, Dad, I have to write this thing that says I will not do drugs and alcohol. Like, all right, that sounds pretty reasonable for a 5th grader. I don't want my 5th grader doing drugs and alcohol, but yeah, what are you going to write, son? And I was like, well, I think I'm going to write, I will never in my life ever drink alcohol or do drugs. They're like, they kind of laughed at me, like you laugh at a little kid when they say, I think squares are my favorite color. So they kind of laughed at me a little bit. They're like, oh, son, when you grow up, when you're 21, you're going to buy a 6-pack of Pop's Blue Ribbon, and you are going to change your mind so quickly, you are going to immediately love alcohol. And they said I wouldn't be able to do it. They told me, dear chatter, that I would not be able to swear off of alcohol my entire life, and that was honestly, that's my sole motivation. It's spite. I want to prove my parents wrong. So that's the reasoning. That is the reasoning why I will never drink. I don't know if I'm going to stick to it. I don't really have like that much of a moral opposition to it. I also don't like the taste of beer. You'd say, "Oh, what does that mean? You broke your oath by drinking beer?" No, I had a sip of it. I had a sip of my dad's shock top when he wasn't looking. Before I took that oath, and it was the worst thing I had ever tasted in my entire life. So no, that's not going to be a problem. I have that taste ingrained in my mouth. Maybe not the worst thing I ever tasted in my life. Up until that point, it was the worst thing I tasted. I think the real worst thing I've ever tasted is this sort of lemony flavored, what was it? What was it for? Yes. When I was a youngin', I was really constipated. That's a good way to start a sentence. I was real constipated when I was younger. And so the doctors, they said, here, we'll give you a choice. You can either eat a bunch of these little chocolate bars that are actually drugs that will make you poop more, or you can have this lemony drink and just have it like just once. And then you'll never have issues with your bowels ever again. So I'm like, okay, well, obviously I want the chocolate, but you know, my mom was like, "No, you idiot." She didn't call me an idiot. She's great. My mom said, "No, you moron. You are going to drink that drink because it's a one-time thing and it's going to be a lot cheaper than just buying that chocolate flavored stuff over and over again." I'm like, okay. Well, they said it was lemon flavored, so it must be good. I like lemonade. I go to grocery stores and I buy lemonade all the time in the summer. I buy the lemon kind. I buy the raspberry kind. I drank limeade one time. I didn't care for limeade. I don't know why they thought they needed to make that. Maybe just as like a parallel. Like, oh, you think of lemons and limes, lemonade and limeade. No. Terrible. Terrible idea. Get rid of limeade in all stores. I don't know why they made that in the first place. But anyways, what was I saying? Right. I was compelled to choose the lemon drink. So I'm like, all right, I'm watching my Saturday morning cartoons. My mom comes up and she's like, "Hey, son, remember that drink you said you were going to drink? Here it is now." Like, all right, cool. It was in this massive cup. Imagine like a standard, not a mini one, a standard water bottle about up to where the bottom of the cap is. That's how tall the glass was. And it was like maybe 115% as wide as that. I think that's a pretty good estimate. Why are there no elephants? Anyways, I just had to get that out of my system real quick. I'll keep talking about my story. Anyways, it was a pretty good sized cup and it was filled nearly all the way to the top. Maybe an inch or two to spare at the top. I was watching my Saturday morning cartoons. It was probably like Dragon Ball Z Kai or the Batman or something. Peak cartoon, by the way. Batman 2004, peak. Watch it if you haven't. If you want to get into Batman media, watch the Batman. Both the movie that came out in 2022 and the TV show, the animated TV show that came out in 2004. Both of them are incredible in their own different ways, but they're both incredible. Anyways, I was watching one of those shows. Dragon Ball Z Kai, by the way, don't start with that. That's what I did. Yeah, it was a mistake. That was the only thing that would play on my non-cable channels, though, okay? I could only watch Dragon Ball Z Kai. I couldn't watch any Z or GT, none of that. I don't know when GT came out. I don't remember. Anyways, getting off track. I was watching one of those shows, and I'm like, all right, sitting on the floor, my back to the futon, which was my ideal comfort position. And I take the drink. I just finished having my little cereal, which was like this cereal with a gorilla on it. I don't know what it was called. It was a cereal with a baby gorilla on the box, and I really loved it. And one time I choked on one of them, and that was fun. So I just finished eating my gorilla cereal. And I put the cup to my lips. I took a sip. And I gagged. I was so close to spitting it out. Worst thing I'd ever tasted in my life. I could see where they got the lemon thing from, but I don't think I'd ever tasted or been in the presence of a real lemon ever in that point. So I was thinking it was going to be like the sugary lemonade that you buy at the store. that you buy at the Wawa. No. A little sidetrack here. I didn't know what a Wawa was until like 5 years ago. Apparently it's a big thing. But I just didn't know what that was because we don't have it where I am. So I didn't know what a Wawa was until I heard a friend of mine who lives in Pennsylvania talking about it. I'm like, what the hell is a Wawa? What is your problem? Are you having a stroke? And that's how I was introduced to Wawa. Anyways, it was terrible. It was an actual lemon flavor. I have had lemons since then, and it was maybe 5-6 times worse than the taste of lemons. I think that's a variable. It depends on what you think of lemons in the first place. But yeah. Honestly, I don't know that there's going to be any elephants spawning here. Maybe I'll leave. If I unload the chunks and then come back, will it like will it reload and maybe there'll be a herd of elephants this time? Let's try that out. Let's experiment. So yeah, that was the story of the worst thing I'd ever tasted in my entire life. I was about to say eaten. I don't think so. I've definitely eaten worse things. I think I ate poison ivy one time. It was terrible. I've definitely eaten grass, all sorts of leaves. I've eaten all of those. Maybe poison ivy. Maybe once. Probably not though. Because I probably would have had to go to the hospital. But I didn't. But it's reasonable for me to think so. Because I ate all sorts of spicy leaves and grass. So. Yeah. Anyways. I need a subject. I need a subject to talk about so desperately. Let's talk about the crisis in Ukraine. I could not stand to be a political streamer. I kind of have respect for the people who do political streams and commentary. You know, it's good to have multiple viewpoints on the same issues. Because, you know, these days, the media tends to be a bit, corporatized. I guess that's what I'm trying to go for. It seems like the media is all about sensationalizing and trying to make everything a massive deal. And, like, this lady won the lottery. She won $22. Everybody clap. And they try to make it this massive thing. And they don't really bring attention to the real issues, like people whose houses are burning or whose schools are being sieged. Anyways, see, this is why I wouldn't be a good political streamer, because I have such strong opinions, but I don't have the knowledge of how to come up with words on the spot to explain them, if that makes sense. It's like debating, you know? I was one of many who watched the Hassan Piker and Andrew Tate debate. I watched that live on Twitch. It was the first Hassan stream I had ever seen. It was also the first time I had ever seen Andrew Tate speak or anything of him. So it was a pretty rocky introduction to him. He was off to a bad start when, like, I tuned into the stream and the first thing I heard was Andrew Tate saying, I don't think women should be allowed to drive. And he was like, look at the statistics. Look at how many women drivers have killed people. They belong in the kitchen. I'm pretty sure he said that. That's actually a really good Andrew Tate impression, by the way. That's what he sounds like. Hey guys, it's me, Andrew Tate. It's me, the top G. How's it going, everybody? But they were debating. I don't remember what they were debating. Probably the right of women to exist, which is kind of a weird debate to have. I don't know. Anyways, they were debating, and I was so impressed by how... I'll give credit where credit's due. I was impressed by how both of them came up with things on the spot, regardless of what the content of their messages were. The fact that they were able to bring up their messages and enforce them so quickly was very impressive. I wish I could do that. But I also wish I could do it in a way that is not bigoted. Anyways. That was a fun time. Oh, I remember I was writing about that debate for Chatterbox. Oh, I forgot about Chatterbox. I don't know if you fellas were here for this, but last year, or at the beginning of this year rather, I released a little statement, and when I returned to streaming, I released this statement too. I was like, Chatterbox is coming this year, guys. 2023, get ready. Chatterbox is coming. Chatterbox being my own live Twitch talk show, where I would talk about various subjects. I'd have interviews of different streamers on it. It was a very fun idea that I just never had the will to execute. Maybe I will do it someday. Not in 2023 though, that's for sure. I'm sorry. That was a complete lie when I said Chatterbox is coming in 2023. But the reason I was reminded of that was because I wrote about that. I wrote about that debate. And I did that in my pilot. I did one stream of Chatterbox. And I realized that I wasn't cut out for it because of how incredibly short it was. It took me like 20 minutes to read the entire script. The entire show was 20 minutes, and then I went and I played Bed Wars or something. I would call that the after show. But that made me realize that, like, if I want to create an actual show and an actual experience that's worth seeing live, I need to make it longer, because that's what people watch streams for. They usually watch longer form content that they can just, they can go get a burrito, they can come back half an hour later and it'll still be going. So I needed to make it longer if I wanted it to work, and I also had to have more content and more people. I didn't have people. I was gonna have my buddy John Fahm be my first guest in the new pilot this year, but that never happened, unfortunately, because I didn't have the dedication for it. So again, maybe I'll do that someday, but not in the current year of our Lord, unfortunately. Still a fun idea, though. I was going to talk about, that debate was one of them. Current events was a big thing that I was going to speak about. And that debate was a big part of that. I was also going to talk about, I was going to have an album of the week. I was going to try and review an album, and the one that I started with was Ride the Lightning by Metallica. I did not know, and continue to not know, how to review albums and music in general. My review was that I liked the way it made my brain feel when I listened to the music and to James Hetfield screaming. I liked it. And I couldn't put any more words to it beyond that. I liked it. So that's why I was a little hesitant to bring back the album of the week. Not album of the week. I think I was going to do it monthly. Which is kind of insane, but I might be able to do it now. Or at least, so, sad to say, I think the only time I'll be able to bring Chatterbox into being, into like the full force show that I wanted it to be, I think it's going to be after I graduate college. So that's going to be a few years from now. So it won't be in the next year, and it will not be in the year following that. And who knows, it might not even be in the year following that. Maybe 2027 is when I'll debut Chatterbox. Finally! Who knows? Who knows, I'm gonna take a hydration break. This dang elephant just does not want to show up. Do you guys think that elephants know how to play cards? I know elephants are one of the most intelligent animals ever. They can, like, recognize their own reflections. Read that in National Geographic. I was so impressed by that. I had a Nat Geo almanac, like a kid's almanac, when I was a youngin'. And I would read it all the time because I only had 1 year of it, so I would, regardless of the year, I would read it. I think it was 2011. So I would read that almanac all the time, and it said that elephants and dolphins, and I think beluga whales are a type of dolphin though, they could all recognize their own reflection. I don't think dogs can. Cats definitely cannot. I've seen too many videos of cats fighting their own reflections to believe that they know it's them. 'Cause why would they do that if they were smart enough to not do that, huh? So they're idiots. Cats are. Fun fact about ArchieOGrady here. This is an exclusive lore drop for just you present. Here's an exclusive fun fact. I am allergic to cats, to the extent that my eyes will swell up. They will water. It'll be difficult for me to see. I will be dripping mucus from my nostrils and my mouth. My throat will close up a little bit. I won't die though, and that's fine. I can take all the other symptoms just for the chance to be in the presence of a kitty cat. I love cats, man. I just don't love the way that they affect my biological systems. I would like to not have my nose run, have my eyes swell, have my eyes water, have my throat close up every time I'm around a cat. I would love for that to not happen. Thankfully, I take drugs, so no, it makes it sound weird. I have a buddy who has two cats. One of them's shy, so I kind of forget about him. But he's got a kind of a social cat, and I like hanging out with that cat. He sits on my lap, and he's awesome. But it's less awesome to experience allergies. So what I do is I'll just take a Claritin. If I just take a Claritin like an hour beforehand, I'll be fine. I will not experience a single symptom. It's actually kind of a miracle cure. So I've been doing that every time I go to the guy's house, and it's worked great. You know, oh, there's a village here the whole time. I didn't even know that. There's more savannah. I'm just a stupid idiot. I could have been exploring all of this savannah too. Maybe the elephants have just been over here, and I just didn't know. We'll see. Was that an elephant? Is that an elephant? Whoa. He's got a big nose like an elephant. He's gray like an elephant. He's kind of slow like an elephant. He looks away from me like an elephant. That must be an elephant then. I'll be honest, I have not seen, besides these guys now, I haven't seen villagers in the wild on this server before. I've definitely seen them in captivity, after being bred in captivity and being put into slave camps. There's definitely villager slavery going on in this server. Regardless of how you want to feel about it, that's happening. It's true. Goodness gracious. Hello. Have you been looted? No, you have not. You don't have anything worth looting though, so... Sorry. Like your food though. I am very hungry. That I will admit. Redstone torches? When did I get those? When did I just randomly pick up redstone torches? No idea. Well, if I can't find an elephant within the next, like, 10 minutes, I'm afraid I'm gonna have to head back. Because there's been nothing interesting going on at all. I've just been hanging out, talking about myself, which is what streaming is, but you know. How many times do you want to hear the story of how I swore off alcohol? And how many times do you want to hear that I'm allergic to cats, right? I only have so many stories to tell. What is another story that I have to tell that's I can share? Sometimes I make up. I should start a podcast. I don't want to be welcome, by the way, the green circle. I don't want to I don't want to enforce the stereotype that once every white guy starts having conversations with his friends or just talks to himself a lot, he immediately starts a podcast. I have thought about it though, but I've thought better of it. In a way, this is sort of my podcast, you know. Maybe I should publish these VODs to Spotify. I don't know. I publish them to YouTube. But yeah. I actually did think about starting a podcast, but it wasn't the like conventional podcast of just two guys, both in a black shirt, black Drytech shirt, and a black cap, talking to each other, and one of them stoned out of his gourd. It wasn't that. It was more of like a consistent story. It was very heavily inspired by Welcome to Night Vale, which if you don't know what that is, check it out. Very good. It's basically this podcast about, it's a radio show. Night Vale's like a Nevada town in the middle of the desert where a bunch of wacky supernatural things happen. And it's just a radio show hosted by this guy, Cecil, who has a very soothing voice, very nice. And I listened to it the first time in like 2017, and I haven't stopped since. So that's pretty good. I've definitely taken a lot of inspiration, but basically, and I think I also did take a lot of inspiration from Loki, because the idea of the podcast would be it's like a propaganda network. It would be basically what the TVA in Loki was, just multiversal time cops, and a bunch of them who are actually just people taken from their own timelines and have their memories wiped. The memories wiped part, that one was on me. I thought of that before, Loki season 2. I don't think the full Loki season had come out yet. So actually, even though it was probably the most logical thing that they could have done, I came up with it first, yo. So that one's good for me, right? Anyways, it was like a propaganda network. So, it would have been like Good Morning Vietnam. That's a good way to put it. It would have been like Good Morning Vietnam, and that was Robin Williams starting. Thank you for the follow, Green Circle. I really appreciate it. It would have been like Robin Williams just talking enthusiastically to the American troops in Vietnam. But it would have been, I can make a little history tie-in here. It would have been the cadence and enthusiasm of Good Morning Vietnam with the actual messaging of Hanoi Hannah. If you don't know what Hanoi Hannah was, it was this, basically, I think it's what Good Morning Vietnam was based off of, or had a lot of inspiration from. It was this Vietnamese, or Viet Cong rather, propaganda network where this Vietnamese lady would say like, "Hello, G.I. Joe," and then she'd start spewing Viet Cong propaganda. And I liked the idea of that, and just combining it, because she's talking very, very normally, very calmly, and very in a calming and propaganda-like way. I want to make that, but for like time cops. That was my original thought. I don't know. I had a very loose idea. Part of my idea as well was like, at the end of every episode, the host of the show would get like, he'd figure out something like, oh my gosh, I was pulled from a timeline. I'm a slave here. I'm not supposed to be here. I had a family back home. And then he gets hit with a lead pipe in the head at like the end, and they bring in an exact duplicate of him who closes out the show. That would have happened like every episode, but it would have happened like more sparsely. And eventually, they'd start learning. And one, like, I guess variant's probably the best word to say, would figure it out, but wouldn't say it out loud. So he would continue to be the host enough time to get his own freedom back. I hadn't thought out the entire plot, but that's pretty much where I had it. But yeah. And I have thought about starting a podcast. What is it called? There's one podcast that I've been listening to that is just that, like the current podcast meta of two guys with two microphones just talking about random garbage. What is it called? It's called Bad Take Delete. I'm pretty sure it's on Spotify, but I watch it on YouTube because they've got these really good visuals too. It's by Daft Pina and Solid JJ. Apparently Daft Pina is like pretty well known. I didn't know that, but Solid JJ is this guy who you've probably seen his videos stolen and posted to TikTok. He's this guy who takes like comic pages, puts impact font over them, and then voices them. And I feel like he's sort of started that trend. A lot of people do that these days, but I think he was one of the first to do it. I'm kind of pissed, man. I won't lie, I've been walking in circles around here this whole time looking for a herd of elephants. Not a one. I'm pissed. Let me look. Let me look at the wiki page one last time. It can be found in savanna biomes. Yeah. Here we are in a savanna biome. Taming by feeding them acacia blossoms. Yes. Okay. It doesn't say anything about their spawn rate or anything useful like that. Maybe the elephants are a myth. I know that they're not, because on the first day of the server, I saw one. You know what? Once I get back, I'll show you. But I'll tell you the story of it right now. Day one of this server, we were at least planning to build a massive cathedral. Because a blood moon started, which is like, I have no idea what extent of mods there are. I don't remember what the blood moon mod was called. But it just made all the zombies a lot more deadly and stronger, and they spawned a lot more. And you couldn't go to sleep, so it was like an eternal night. Very, very terrible. So, in order to ward off these blood moons, we would take these bananas and we'd give them to Jesus, which was this little statue that a good buddy Beefman made. Hang on a second. Hang on a second. More books? No. More books? No. Dang, man. Oh. These bunkers sometimes have important lore in them. Anyways. Let me put on my magic shoes. Anyways. So, yes. Get this chestplate off me, too. We were building the cathedral dedicated to Jesus, which was this little statue that Beefman made. That was just... It was that Moai head, that Easter Island head. Gotta get the right angle for this. There it is. That's pretty fast. Fast enough. And it was based... It put a Moai head on top of a note block, and it had 2 anvils as shoulders. And the idea was... We'd build a massive cathedral. On the outside, it looked like a normal cathedral, you know, place of religious worship. But on the inside, it would just be a gym. Just have a lot of weights, a lot of equipment, and it would just be a gym. And it was like, Jesus, he lifts for your sins. That was our whole thing. It's great. Anyways, as we were building that cathedral, a wandering trader showed up, toting an elephant. So I have seen one with my own eyes. My good buddy Beefman, he said, "Is that a gorilla?" And no, dear chatter, it was not a gorilla. It was in fact an elephant, and he just called it Gorilla. So we named it Gorilla. And we planned to take it. We planned to tame it, make it our friend, make it like the mascot of our new religion. Not a cult, by the way. It was a religion. A massive distinction there. But it slipped off. What the hell is that? I've never seen one of these before. Is this an oil rig? This is an oil rig, isn't it? Hang on. I'll buttress that. Hello. I'll get right back to what I was talking about in a second. What is this? I've never seen this structure before. I didn't know there were oil rigs. Hello. Can you stop, please? Put the kimono on. Will you still be aggroed on me? Yeah. Of course you will. Uh-oh. Here, yeah, kill each other, kill each other. It has yellow on it. I don't know if that means what I think it means, or if it's just the way the build is. See, I've been conditioned to think that yellow blocks means lore and something of significance. Because that's what it usually means on this server, but I guess not. No? I'll go downstairs. Let's go downstairs. They've probably killed one another by now. Yep. Hello, spider. You are not deterred by my awesome shirt. Kind of lame. Hello. Any loot? No, nothing. Not a thing. Okay. Oh, there's some bad stuff. There's nothing good in here. I mean, it is an oil rig. That kind of makes sense. There wouldn't be anything too special. Hello. And if I just bust my way in through? Hannibal busting through. Okay, this is good for like a day one, like out of spawn. You'd really love to find this, but right now for me, this is nothing good. Unbelievable. Greta Thunberg will not be happy about the oil rig, I know. Well, she will be happy that all of humanity is dead, and so therefore cannot further harm the earth with drilling for oil. So she'll be happy about that. Is this still west? Am I going the right way? Yes, I am. All right. Well, nothing cool about that. Onwards. There we go. I love the trend I've seen of just like people, like I'll scroll through TikTok, scroll through Twitter, and then they'll just be Greta Thunberg in the most random place. What are you doing here? You don't belong here. You're like, shouldn't you be in like Congress or something? And it's weird to see her like being out and about, being a person of her age. You know, it's weird. Because I learned about her in high school. And the teacher's like, this young girl is your age. She's making such a difference. You should be out there making just as much of a difference as she is. I'm just trying to graduate and get a job so I can live, man. Unfortunately, we cannot all be climate activists. Anything good? Anything good? I doubt it, since these, yeah, all these chests are pretty bad. Like I said, they're good for day oneers, but not for, like I said, we're bordering on 3 months now. It's been almost 3 months of this server. Yippee! Here we go. Alright, what was I talking about before the oil rig? I had a specific, yes! I was talking about the elephants, yes! Specifically Gorilla the elephant. Yeah, we named the elephant Gorilla, and he was going to be our mascot, and it was going to be great. But he slipped. What he did was, he spawned on top of the building. Our church ended up being 2 buildings smushed together, and we built the cathedral on top of it. You'll see it in a few minutes. But we built the cathedral on top of 2 buildings, and we were lowering one building because it was higher than the other, just so we'd have a level field to build on. Let me just go through here, go through the door, there. So we leveled it, but before we could fully level it, we had the elephant and the wandering trader spawn on top of the lower building, which is not something we predicted would happen. But it's kind of good because we were going to put the elephant in the church anyways. So it was kind of a blessing in disguise. However, also a curse in disguise, because what ended up happening is we started building a staircase. We started building a staircase so that we could transport our new elephant buddy Gorilla up to into the church, and we'd give him an enclosure. So we built a staircase around the side of the building. And we took a lead, we lured elephant, or sorry, his name is Gorilla. We lured elephant Gorilla onto the stairs. We took him upstairs, and he slipped. There's no better way to put it. There's no lighter way to put it. He slipped and he fell off of the building. So he was dangling by the lead. How long have I been streaming for? About almost 2 hours. Hour 47. That's how long I've been streaming for. I might try to make it 2 hours long because I do have other stuff to do. So that's why I'm heading back now. I might go a little bit longer though, because I do have some other stuff I would like to do. So we'll see how it all turns out. See how it shakes out. But yeah, he was hanging. Gorilla was hanging just by a thread, a literal thread, just by the lead. And my good buddy, the Karma Legend, who was here earlier. They were grabbing on. They were the only thing saving Gorilla from certain doom, from certain death. And so we were like, okay, quick, we need to think fast. We built a platform underneath, right where Gorilla was dangling. We were going with the intention of saving Gorilla's life, because we needed this gorilla, this elephant, as our mascot. So we built a really wide, by the way, really wide platform underneath Gorilla, just so that he wouldn't die of fall damage. And this whole time, he's just bouncing around. Keep that in mind. He's bouncing around, bouncing up and down, because he's being held by a lead. So he's bouncing up and down, gaining centripetal force. Centripetal, right? That's the right one. Centrifuge is circular. Building centripetal force. And Beefman leaves. He says, all right, guys, I'll be right back. I gotta go get something. And we're like, okay. So we have Gorilla dangling over the platform, and he's going up and down, and we don't notice he's going slightly more up and slightly more down every single bounce he makes. Until one time, he goes up, he goes down, he hits the platform, he dies. So that's the whole reason why we've been searching for an elephant, is to make it up to Beef Man, who missed the death of his own elephant buddy, Gorilla, whom he named. He missed the death because of nature, because of gravity. Because it was the first day of the server. None of us had buckets, and so therefore none of us had buckets of water. Very sad. Couldn't have been avoided. I think that's what Beef was going to do, was going to go craft a bucket, or at least find some iron. Yeah, very sad. So, oh my gosh, lore. Hang on, this is definitely something. I had my doubts about the oil rig, but this is definitely something. Anything over there? I don't know. Let's see. Hello? Hello, have you been seen yet? No, you have not. Lost Pages 2. I gotta pause this music. I'll read you Lost Pages 1 in a second, but this is important. Hang on. All right. Stand in the test room with an unresponsive zombie. They progressively return to their bloodthirsty self. Liver, who's a doctor, he was talking about, you know, this is a zombie apocalypse. It's sourced from a cure for death, as all zombie apocalypses are. And Liver, Dr. Liver, was one of the scientists responsible for that. So Liver said something about the longer one is left. Oh, the longer one is left alone. Hang on, I'm being bothered. I'll just back up a little bit. Here we go. I'll start from the beginning again. Stand in the test room with an unresponsive zombie. They progressively return to their bloodthirsty self. Liver said something about the longer one is left alone, the longer it takes to return to its fast, bloodthirsty self. Full moons, for some unknown fucking reason, full moons make them go crazy. They'll eat everything, scream, and they suddenly know how to climb and dig and carry things. Stein, another one of the scientists, said they were trying to return to their normal days as a human. I think it's just a zombie apocalypse and we should just shoot them. May always took pity on them, though. She said there was still some good out there. Awesome. I didn't know that there were still books out there. I had no idea. Wait, where's that other one? There was another thing. There. I want to check that out. That's awesome. I did not know there was a Lost Pages 2. I just found one Lost Pages book a couple streams ago. I think it was last week. And I assumed that was it. It's the Lost Pages of General Justin Time's diary. Oh, no, this is it. But I've got my awesome t-shirt on. All right. Well, that's cool. I got something else to give to MMA. Oh yeah, May, by the way, is one of the players. She's the one who's been responsible for keeping all of the lore organized and making sure everyone knows everything. Okay, creepers, they don't like my shirt. They do not like my shirt as much as other people do. All right. And apparently they have a role in the lore as like a scientist. I think May was one of the scientists. She might have not been. I'm unsure. It's all unsure because, you know, we haven't found everything. But a basic summary of it's like, oh, this doctor, his daughter died of this disease. And then a few days later, they came up with a cure for the disease, which is really sad. But then the doctor, the dad doctor, went crazy. And of course, he tried to become the man responsible for curing death itself. And that didn't work. He just created zombies. And the entire state of Florida was turned into like a zombie testing area. So that's technically where we are. We are in Florida right now. The whole first day of the server was just people making jokes about like, oh, wow, this is just another day in Detroit. Just another day in Chicago. But now we're in Florida all along. Should have known. Should have known. Is that another one? No, it's not. Oops, I accidentally left the lamp there. That's unfortunate. Somebody's going to think there's lore. Because yellow lamps are always indicators of lore and plot. People sometimes use lore wrong. And that irks me, that they use the word for lore wrong. Lore is something that's like world building, and it establishes like the way the world was created or the way things are. A lot of people, and I am talking about like specific Minecraft streamers, a lot of people use lore just to talk about like stories that they're telling. Like, guys, we're doing a big lore stream today. Everyone's going to be there and everyone's going to be acting. No, you're not doing lore. You're just doing a story. There's a difference. But this is actual lore. I'm going the wrong way. I'm going the wrong way again. Okay. We just need to head a little bit more this way and a little bit more this way. All right. Can't believe I actually overshot it. That's interesting. Hello. Just passing through. Don't mind me. Don't mind me at all. Do, 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 do. Well, it's a shame we couldn't find an elephant. I really wanted to surprise Beef Man with that. And you know what? We'll take another look at the Image Emporium, and I'll show you just why I wanted to surprise Beef Man with that. Because he is a funny guy. Facts got to use lore the right way. Exactly. If we just keep letting people use words wrong, people are going to start getting dumber. And I don't want people to get dumber. I want people to get smarter. So start using words correctly. Please. Here we go. I think we might be close. Yeah, we're almost within the 800 range, which is like, okay, that should have been an indicator. Because the 800 range, like 800 blocks out from 00, is where the books are. Where the lore is. Here we go. So that should have been a good indicator that I was pretty close. So we are pretty close. We're almost there. Gotta keep in mind, I'm not wearing my awesome shirt that the undead people like. Oh! Yep, I've been here before. When I was hunting for lore. Let's see. I gotta talk about something while I'm going on. I've talked about all I can talk about. It's a shame that there are no other topics that exist in this world. Oh yeah. I don't know why I said, oh yeah, that makes it sound like I was thinking of something. No. Not a single thing was going through my mind. Ooh, look at that. Hang on. Oh, that's cool. It's like a mine. Wow. Is this a shaft or? Yeah, this is a mine shaft. Just on the surface. That's awesome. At first, I thought these spawns were like of piers, like natural piers. Like maybe that was added in the mod. Hello, what are you? Oh, land. Here we go. Like maybe they were just natural piers and they were just on land for reasons, but no, they're. Got my shirt on. They should like me now. Oh wait, no, this is it. Yep, I've been here before. Maybe I should have gotten rid of this beacon. Maybe I will. Hey, I have my shirt on. You should like me. Yeah, okay, good. Hey, you just... What a funny guy. I don't know if I should take this beacon, because I'm pretty sure its only purpose is to mark where that lore was. And I already got it, so I don't know. Just to be safe. Pinsoli does get mad if I take the beacons, though. So I won't do that. Not today. Not today. Here we go. Back on track. Oh, yep. I would just have to head east a bit more. I think. Yeah. Yes. And we'll be home. Something else I wanted to do was build a pier. I know that's still on there. That's still on there as a task I have to do. But I just have not remembered to do that. So maybe I will. If I find a nice spot of water, and I'll build myself a nice fishing spot. Because that's the one thing I've been missing in this whole experience, is fishing. You know, you can hunt lore all you want. You can become self-sufficient all you want. None of that beats a bit of good old-fashioned fishing. So I'm going to try and find a spot as close to the safe zone as I possibly can get it. This was already looted, by the way, too. I already found that. Yeah. We're gonna build a pier and we're gonna go fishing. That's been a goal of mine for some time. I don't know why it's doing this thing with my FOV. That's really weird. Kind of silly, kind of goofy. Alright. Yep, I definitely recognize this now. We are homeward bound. There's that jungle. Alright, keep an eye out. Keep an eye out for some water. You see some water, just yell at your screen like Dora the Explorer. And say, there's the water, there's the water. Oh, there's the castle. That's a castle that I think it's technically a church maybe, or a cathedral, I don't know. It looks like a castle, so I call it that. Archie Clown, welcome Clown. I was just telling people about how I was killed brutally here at this cathedral. I was murdered, slaughtered. It was not fun. But yeah, the sin is now gone. One of the 7 deadly sins, gluttony, was in there, which is cool. And apparently, by the way, I found this out yesterday. I didn't know about this at all. Not all of the mods are active yet. They're still on the server, but they haven't been activated yet. Finn and Blue are just saving them. Oh, there's that person's base that I found that just, they didn't have anything good, so I didn't take anything. Finn and Blue have just been holding off on some of the mods that are in the mod pack until December. And apparently they're supposed to be very, very murderous and very dangerous. So, you know. Where is that? Okay, it's this way. Who killed you? Yeah, the gluttony did. That is scary. I have no idea what kind of mods and what kind of things we have in store for us, but it is kind of scary. That's interesting. Oh, wait, what is that? Oh, right, this is Gord's parkour. Forgot about Gord's parkour. Well, we're home now. That's for sure. Stop moving. Oh, this must be the starting point, is it? Surely it is. Barriers? Barriers? You can't get that. You can't get that in survival. Oops, I forgot about my Rocky Roller chest plate. Whoops, sorry. Whose is this? I don't remember whose thing that is. Oh, that might be Gord's. I don't know. No, that definitely is Gord's. Alright, anyways, we're home. We are home! Let's go say hi to Elephant so I can show you what this has all been about. Even though I just told you. Here. This is what this has all been about. The reason I want another elephant so bad, and I want to name it like Gorilla Jr., is so that this guy can have a companion. This is my gorilla named Elephant. And he was named that way because of the elephant that we named Gorilla. I went out of my way to find a gorilla just so that I could do that. Isn't that great? Isn't that just awesome and dandy? Alright, let's put away all of our loot, because we did get some cool stuff today. I did not know there was still that much loot out there. I gotta listen to my own rules. Ring the bell for service. We didn't find a pier, though. We did not find a good spot of water, which is very unfortunate. So that's the elephant? No, that's the gorilla. Are you silly? Are you saying that you think that gorilla looks like an elephant? No. That's just a gorilla that we named Elephant after the OG. You know. Yeah, here's all my riches, by the way. Everybody clap. Everybody clap. JK, okay, good. I figured. Here we go. I've got my 3 RGB rainbow cowboy hats, one of which Finn Soli gave me, thinking that it was special and unique and rare. Which is, I already had 2, so, you know. I only have 5 iron. I can loan you some, Clown. I can loan you some if you need it. Alright, well, let's take our clothes off for today. Actually, I like this hat. I really do. Let's put this stuff away, though. We won't be needing it. I'll put this away. Put this away. We'll need this later. This. Ooh, we'll give that to MMA. This. There. That's pretty good. Alright. Now let's just drop this off at MMA's mailbox. Let's see. Was there anything else on the thing that I was looking for? Yeah. Yeah, we didn't acquire any acacia blossoms. We didn't acquire an elephant. We didn't build a pier. And somehow it managed to be a productive stream. We have so much stuff. Oh yeah, this is cool. I like this. Is that your base? I live in the basement of the post office because I built the post office and there just happened to be a massive basement underneath it already, just naturally spawned that way. So I guess it kind of is my base. emu eggs. Nice. Very nice. And they only stack up to 8. That's interesting. We will put the lost pages in there. There we go. I guess you're naming the elephant Gorilla. We were naming it Gorilla Jr. or Gorilla the Second. Because of, you know, there's already been an elephant named Gorilla. We can't have him, can't erase his legacy. So it'll just be called Gorilla Jr. Look at how cool this is. Emma May made this door so that anyone could come in and be like safe from the zone. Interesting. Why is this? Okay. I wonder why these are different. Anyways, MMA made this so that we could all be safe and anyone could come in here and seek refuge if they wanted. I'm new here, didn't know about all the lore. There's not a lot of lore, but I've just explained it to you. I just explained why I named it that. That's cool. I haven't tried the second floor one yet. There has to be a better way, though. There has to be a better way to get that signal down there than just have a bunch of slime and put a redstone block at the end. I mean, it works. It's just not pretty. It's very not pretty, unfortunately. You have a hole in their wall. That's interesting. Well, all right. That was it. That was it. Sixten Stenberg. Why can't I talk to you? I really want to talk to this guy. I want to know what his deal is, because this is just an NPC. This is one of the only NPCs I've seen. And I know they spawn, like, over there was a house with an NPC in it. And all he wanted was some food. So maybe that's what happens when you give them food. Give them what they ask for. They just come with you and they live there. I don't know. Maybe I'll try that off stream. Anyways, that has been this episode of... Here, let me take my hat off. That has been this episode of Crimecraft. I hope you enjoyed. I know I did. I actually really did. It was nice and chill. We talked about a lot of stuff. We did get a lot of riches. Even though it wasn't the riches that we were looking for, we got some riches. Have a good rest of your day. Thank you, Spontaneous. And welcome, by the way. I don't know how long you've been here, but welcome anyways. Oh, I clicked on the wrong thing. Okay, there we go. Yes. Yeah, that's about it. Been lurking for a while. Awesome, awesome. Well, thank you for the support. I do appreciate it. But that is going to do it for this one. Actually, you know what? I've set some, I've got some new buttons on my stream deck. I want to see what this does. What does this do? That's the Hannibal button. That puts Hannibal on the screen. I guess that's all the buttons I need to test, because that's kind of the coolest one I have. Anyways, yes! Thank you all for watching so much. I really do appreciate it. And I will see you when I see you. I'll see you next time. So, oh yeah, by the way, this is where I exist on the internet. Oh, why is the chat off screen? That link is everywhere I exist on the internet. Instagram, TikTok, all 3 YouTube channels. And one of them being my VODs archive. So if you want to watch old streams, that's where you go. But that is everywhere I exist on the internet. Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Letterboxd. That's the newest one. But anyways, I'll see you all later. And yeah, have a good one.